Well, my name is Georgia Chenevix Trench. I'm from Brisbane, Australia, although I was born in Nairobi, and I'm here on safari and re-exploring Kenya. Yes, we went to Perini Rhino Camp specifically to see rhino, and we weren't disappointed. There were lots of rhino. The first evening we saw 8, and the next day we saw a similar number in different combinations. Best of all perhaps was this adult and young pair sleeping in the morning in the sun, and the young one then got up to scratch itself on the elder's horn. Another one with the biggest horn I've ever seen, huge great curved horn. So the rhinos were a highlight, but the birds were also fantastic, and it was very interesting to see how localized they were. In one area they were all grey-headed hornbills, and then 100 meters down the road they switched to yellow-billed hornbills, and then you saw nothing but yellow-billed for 10 kilometers, and then something else would completely take over. And actually perhaps the second best sighting were great big flocks of vulturine guinea fowl, which are a particularly beautiful guinea fowl that you don't see, I think, in many places. And we saw flocks of 30 or 40 together. So that was really spectacular. I mean, I'm constantly amazed at how fantastic the food is in these very remote places. The food is fantastic. They all have a slightly different flavour and do things slightly differently, which is interesting when you go to a new camp to see exactly how it'll work. But certainly you get overfed. But then we are on holiday. When I get home, of course, I won't have breakfast, morning tea, lunch, afternoon tea and dinner. Absolutely come. For anyone who's in the least bit frightened, you'd never feel frightened here. The guides are incredibly experienced. The animals recognise the Land Rover is bigger than anything. You can be incredibly close to a predator or an elephant or anything and feel completely safe. It's endlessly fascinating. Every drive is different. You might set out and think, oh, not much happening in the bush today, and then you'll come across, as we did this morning, 32 hyenas feasting on a wildebeest or a newborn wildebeest, with the whole community of their whole herd crowding around this new baby, or lion cubs playing around a riverbed. Every single day there's something that makes you say, wow, that's fantastic. So absolutely don't hesitate to come. You'll be completely safe and endlessly fascinated.